The Honourable Member for Mersey.
Thank you, Mr. President. As many of my fellow honourable members know, I'm deeply committed to improving men's health and wellbeing and have advocated for a range of programs and activities over a number of years. One initiative, Mr. President, that I'm actively involved with is the Tasmanian Men's Health Network, which is organised by Men's Resources Tasmania, or MRT. MRT is a grassroots organisation that plays a critical role in supporting men and boys, ultimately benefiting the entire community. However, it is clear that MRT requires increased support to continue and expand its valuable work. Mr. President, I would like to acknowledge and congratulate the government, particularly through the Tasmanian Prison Service, for funding the Building Pathways Transition to Community program. This is one of several initiatives for which MRT has sought support for in recent years. Indeed, Mr. President, MRT is enthusiastic about launching the Building Pathways program, which is designed to provide transitional support for men as they leave prison and return to the community, whether at the end of their sentence or while on parole. The transition out of prison is often a very challenging and risky time. For some, the obstacles of reintegrating into society, such as securing housing and finding employment, can seem so overwhelming that returning to prison appears easier than facing these difficulties. Mr. President, the development of this project is the result of years of dedicated volunteer service, particularly from a team member of MRT, Brendan Sullivan. This year, Brendan was nominated for Senior Australian of the Year in Tasmania in recognition of his pivotal role in establishing Building Pathways, along with his long-standing commitment to advancing men's wellbeing initiatives and projects across the state. This innovative program utilised a coaching model to engage with inmates, employing strengths-based, non-judgmental, future-focused and goal-oriented strategies that empower men to take control of their lives. Mr. President, feedback from program participants, prison staff and in some cases family members has been overwhelmingly positive. The BP initiative is fundamentally about supporting individuals to move away from criminal behaviour. Mr. President, the program is centred on developing pro-social behaviours, reducing recidivism and fostering self-efficacy and motivation through tailored coaching, educational workshops, advocacy and engagement with the broader community. Guided by principles such as non-judgment, respect, a client-centred approach and empowerment, BP has already demonstrated significant positive impacts as evidenced by participant testimonials and early evaluations. Mr. President, BP's methodology involves face-to-face coaching with participants for at least 3 months prior to their release from prison, ongoing support at the point of release, and continuing engagement through regular sessions with volunteer mentors for at least 6 months post-release. These mentors, Mr. President, who are trained and supported by MRT, assist participants in achieving their personal goals, reconnecting with employment or training opportunities, attending educational workshops and building a supportive environment to help them navigate life's challenges and make positive choices. For example, the following quotes are from participants in the program. First one, I didn't really like to communicate with people and I wouldn't tell people how I feel. Obviously, it would just get swept under the carpet and, it would never resolve. Whereas now I can communicate on a better level. Another one. Before, I'd rather go out in the shed and do something and avoid saying what was really on my mind. Whereas now I'll take the time and I'll listen to what she has to say or what the person has to say and I'll respond. And, take the time to listen and talk. Currently, Mr. President, the program is funded until the end of this calendar year. And I'm aware that the organisation is working hard to secure funding for the future. Whilst anecdotal evidence so far points to very positive outcomes, it is crucial, Mr. President, that MRT receives ongoing support into 2027 and beyond. This will allow the community to fully realise the benefits of the program, including potential savings from reduced recidivism and the broader societal gains made when individuals are supported to make lasting, positive changes in their lives. An additional advantage of this funding, Mr. President, is that it enables MRT to continue its existence and therefore contribute to other important aspects of men's wellbeing in Tasmania. This includes involvement in conversations about male suicide, participating in and hosting discussions on male perspectives for the soon-to-be-released preventative health strategy, and contributing to the development and implementation of its first action plan. Mr President, in closing, I want to express my absolute support for MRT and indeed for the Building Pathways Transition to Community program. I urge the Tasmanian Government in its upcoming budget to ensure funding for this initiative extends beyond 2026 so that the potential benefits can be thoroughly assessed and ultimately realised for the betterment of our entire community.
Yeah.